You're back on the touchline this weekend.
Thank God for that, yeah. Well,
yeah. Does that make a difference, do you think?
Does it? It does to me.
It does to you, yeah.
It does to me. You know, you feel detached away from it, you know. And as a father, I've been tough sometimes. I think I took my son's stuff out of his bedroom for a month. I was that angry with him. When he had a bad school report a few years ago, I was going to throw it out the window. I was that type of bloke. But I took all these 4 things that he had in his bedroom that he really loved, and I made him behave himself well enough to get one back a month. With the help of my wife. So that's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a parent. And this time I feel, good gracious me, I know I'm 50, but how bad was that for me? That was the worst thing ever, to have to be sat there last week and feel so detached at Man United. And oh dear. So you could argue I deserve it. And my wife would tell you I do. But I just can't help when I don't get what I want. I'm not very nice. That's all I can say, and I've got to learn. But you know, the worst thing about it was reading back what the referee and the linesman wrote. To be honest, because I actually said it. I thought I could. I actually said those words, and when you see them written down, it's not very good. And my mum would have washed my mouth out with soap, like she used to when I was little. It just don't work, to be fair. I could eat a bar of soap and I swear like a trooper, so I don't know what she was trying to achieve. If that was to stop me swearing, it didn't really work. You know what I mean? But I'll challenge anyone to be in my game as long as I've been in it as a player and being my size. I'm only 5'7"3/4. And you have to be competitive. And I'd say I was over competitive. And I'd get overzealous and over angry and over determined, and dealing with that side of it. And while you tried harder, sometimes you can make anger a friend of yours when it isn't really. It's an enemy, to be honest. You should be calm, you should be, you know. So I've got a lot to learn. I've always wished I was more like Bjorn Borg's temperament, who was my hero when I was growing up. Unfortunately, I was more like McEnroe's temperament. I wouldn't say ability, I'm saying temperament. You know, and you'd like to think getting older you could mellow down a little bit, but I'm in a very competitive business. Results seem to count, and that's the only thing that does at the end of the day. Even now, you're judged as a percentage of win relationships with other managers, and they don't put the money you had to spend next to it, do they? Oh yes, well he got those results with that amount of money. You know, I think it would be a very different table if you could add that up. But as you can tell, I'm still thoroughly enjoying myself no matter what, and I have learned how to accept defeat. Never accept it while it's happening, but it is an occupational hazard, and it's what you do about it. And I think I've learned much more in my life when I've lost than when I've won. And they're both imposters, because really what you need to do is keep doing what you believe is right. And then hopefully your lads will believe in you, they'll believe in themselves a bit more, and then away you go.